Hi guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit since I've done a wrap-up video, but like I said, I'm trying to get back into the swing of posting, so what better way to keep the videos coming than to wrap up everything I read in August. I have a couple 5-star reads as low as 2 stars, but you know what, let's just go through it and talk about all of the books I read this past month. I kicked the month off so strong and read The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, and I absolutely loved this book. It is the first ever Brandon Sanderson book that I've read, so I was a little nervous. I wasn't sure what to expect in terms of world building, but you know, he is the king of fantasy for a reason. It was amazing. The plot was amazing. The world building was so intricate. And my favorite part was the characters. I absolutely loved them. It gives found family, low-key Six of Crows vibe. They all band together to complete a mission. And yeah, it was so good. I am so excited to read the next one. I've read the first like 100-ish pages, but I haven't found the time to like really get into it. So I absolutely love this. I gave it 5 stars and I couldn't stop thinking about it while I was reading it. Like I would go to work and I would just like think that I was like, couldn't wait to go home and read more of it. That's how much I love this book. Oh my gosh. Then I read Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. 5 stars, no notes, literally no notes. I absolutely love Julie Soto. I've loved everything I've written. And also just found out I've always loved her unpublished work too. Literally a double life, babe. But this was so good. I have never read whatever this was. Every time I think about this book and talk about it, I can't like stop smiling. Like, it's like rivals to lovers, but they work in an orchestra and he's obsessed with her talent. Stop. And they connect their music and it's literally just so good. I literally, and look at this cover. Is this not the prettiest thing you've ever seen? I loved this book and I highly recommend it. If you like, honestly, rom-com romance, contemporary romance, if you read spicier romance, this isn't super spicy, but highly recommend. The chemistry is so good. It makes up for like, I don't think it needed more spice, but like if you're someone who really needs that spice in there, the tension and chemistry really made up for like the lacking of that for you guys, if that's what you wanted. But for me, it was perfect. It was so good. And okay, moving on because I would just go on about it. But the next book I read was Tell Me 3 Things by Julie Buxbaum. And I read this on my Kindle, but I went to this place called McKay's. They had it and I got it for $4, which was so nice. Anyways, this follows a girl who just moved to LA and she has a like secret admirer. He's this guy who emails her from an anonymous email account and like kind of helps her through navigating like the social world of this, and they just become so close. I really liked it. I thought it was fun, but I think I gave it 3 stars. I feel like there was like a lot of exaggeration when it came to like LA versus like Chicago where she's from, but I didn't care. Not like I was personally offended. It was just kind of like, you know how when something feels trope heavy, kind of like that. Like it was just so heavy on the exaggeration that I was just kind of like, okay. But it was still like really sweet and really cute. Although one thing about YA books, which I don't think this is the first book that this happened to, like her and the love interest literally don't get together until like the last page and then it's over. And I really wish YA books did something similar to adult romance books where they did like an epilogue. In adult romance books, I don't really care about the epilogues because we usually get so much more content from them being together. But here I'm like, give me an epilogue of them doing cute stuff together. Like it just needed a little bit more. So I gave it 3 stars, but whatever. Then I read Play Along by Liz Tomforde and it was so good. I love Liz Tomforde. I really liked The Right Move, and I think I haven't read all of them in a while, but when I remember, I think Caught Up is, I don't think I gave this 5 stars, but I have to check. I know for sure I gave Caught Up 5 stars because it was so freaking good, and I just think that like the series just gets better as it goes on. but she really knows how to write a good sports romance. And we'll get to another book I read this month that'll kind of explain a little bit more about what I mean by that, or where I'm coming from. Okay, yeah, I gave this 4 stars, but I said 4.5 in my Goodreads. But basically they have banter in Caught Up, and she's like an athletic trainer and he's a baseball player, and he's like a puppy dog, like pantsing after her, and she's like, never gonna happen. And then they get pissed drunk and get married in Vegas. It's like not even a marriage of convenience. It's like an accidental marriage, but it was so good. They are so sweet. And I feel like I don't recall Xander in Mile High being like this, but Ryan Shea for sure. And I think probably why am I not remembering his brother's name? The guy, oh my God, I'm blanking, but the MMC in Caught Up and Isaiah, like they just have so much love and care, emphasis on like care for their significant others. Oh, it's just so good. The chemistry, and like, it's just like, they're the man, like that's him, like he's him. Like, oh, whatever. And I'm so excited for Rio's book. Finally, we have all been waiting patiently for Rio's book. So it is super exciting that he'll come out. His comes out, I think, next year. And then at the end of this, it kind of made it seem like his 2 buddies on the baseball team could have a spinoff series. Let me know, Liz. Would love to know and read. Then I read The Signature Move by Cassandra Divak. And I was really excited for this because I love figure skating. I used to be a figure skater back in the day, and I have like favorite current figure skaters. I know a bit about the drama in the figure skating community. I just love figure skating. I think it's beautiful. So super excited about this because she's a figure skater and he's a hockey captain. But this, I gave it 2 stars. And let me tell you, for the first half of it, I was there, and I was like, it was fine. Like, it was good. It wasn't like the best written romance I've ever, like, it wasn't the best writing I've ever read, but I was like fun, having a good time. They've got good banter, whatever. And then the second they kiss, which by the way, before they kissed, they were just like mutuals. The second they kiss, this, I guess, is spoilers. He like, they become boyfriend, girlfriend, he travels to like Croatia or something with her. They have sex and like have a whole relationship, and it's so corny that it was just kind of like for most of the book it's like, oh, like they're like, it was giving slow burn, and then at the end they go from 0 to 60 so in like 50 pages, and I just was like, it was such a waste of all the payoff. So I gave it 2 stars because honestly by the end of it I was like physically cringing and couldn't wait to get it over. But it's storming. Okay. But I love Lenny Kaufman artwork, so it's nice to have a physical copy. Okay, the last 2 books I read this month are kind of crazy. I read Glint and I read Gleam by Raven Kennedy, and I read Guild a month or 2 ago. It was fine. Then I read this, and this I had the first 2 on my physical TBR, so then I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get through this. It'll be quick. And halfway through I was like, okay, like it's fine, but it's a little bit more interesting than the first one, a little bit better. Like our FMC's starting to maybe have a backbone. And I was like, okay, when I finish this, I will give the 3rd a shot on my Kindle because everyone says the 3rd one is the best. And I read it in less than a day because was this the most amazing writing ever? No. But in this one, there's just like, our FMC finally has a backbone, and it's just like kind of an interesting development, and it kind of gave slow burn because she doesn't get with the love interest until like 60% into this book. So I don't have, the first one's over there on my shelf, so we have 1 book, this book, and then 60% of this. So honestly, when it happened, it kind of gave slow burn I kind of ate it up. And this was just like a lot more interesting than the other 2, truly. So I'm 5% into the 4th one. I don't know if I'm gonna read it right now. If you couldn't tell, these are long. Hello? And the next 2 The next is Glow, and the 5th one is Gold, that are out, are also this long. So we shall see, because I have other books that I want to get to this month, other books on my physical TBR that I just want to get to. So I haven't decided if I'm going to go right into it or not. Like I said, I'm like 100 pages into the next Mistborn book I really want to read. Daydream by Hannah Grace just came out, and I really want to read that. I've gotten a couple books from some romance subscriptions that I really want to read. So I haven't decided completely yet if I'm going to read that this month, but honestly, it just comes down to timing everything. I have a book club book I have to read, but it really comes down to my mood and what I decide I want to read. But those, I believe, are all the books that I read this month. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so excited to be back and filming and such. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all. I love you guys. And I will see you soon. Bye.